The things I'm about to tell you are things that I've actually applied in my life. All right. If you guys look around, I live in Mexico, and I've manifested this life. I've done this. I've lived in New York City. I was broke, living with my mom, and I applied the technique that I'm gonna teach you guys today. In 5 years, and like 1 year later, I was living my dream life. Right. I'm an artist. I paint. I manifested becoming a good artist in 3 years. Manifested becoming a YouTuber. Living in Mexico, like literally, like and if you knew me before this, you know that you would ask, how did I do that? Well, I'm gonna teach you guys the technique. And I've taught this to people that I know, but they just don't, because I'm their friends, they really don't apply as much. But you guys are not my friends. So I think that if you watch this, you guys will benefit more from this than the people close to my life, okay? And what I'm gonna teach you is what worked for me, okay? And it keeps working for me. It keeps working, all right? So these things are powerful. So the only warning that I have is that you might get people jealous of you, and you might create enemies, or the enemies that really don't like you are going to come out after applying this, okay? So the first thing that you have to do is have a vision, obviously, right? You got to want something. And the vision has to be large and grand enough. It has to create some doubt in you, right? Initially, this doubt is pretty much your manifestation capacity. Meaning, if this is your doubt, and this is how big, and this is the goal, this extension will actually equal growth. So at first, you don't believe it's possible, right? Let's draw the eye, fuck it, right? Plika. There you go. At first, you don't believe it's possible. And so the more you start visualizing the goal, the more you start visualizing the dream, the more you start to actually believe it. And this belief, the increase in belief, also comes with your capacity to do more, right? You're not going to believe this goal because you may not believe in yourself. But the more you visualize it, the more you look at something, you're going to acclimate to it. You're going to habituate to the goal. Like your capacity is going to expand to the contours of that goal, and it's going to reach and become, you're going to say, and then you're going to eventually believe in yourself. But once you start to believe in yourself, what that looks like is just more action. More action equals more results. So first, have a vision. Know what you want. And then after that, you want to get to the point of expecting it. So at first, you don't expect it because you don't believe it. But the more you visualize it, and the more you try to take action, and the more you look for references that confirms this goal, meaning use confirmation bias to your own, you're going to start to believe it. And then your brain will start to see things and connect dots that aren't really even connectable, right? So have a vision, expect the result. And if you don't believe in yourself, keep reading other stories, read biographies. A good biography a good biography to read if you lack belief is Total Recall by Arnold Schwarzenegger. He believes a lot in visualization. If you read his biography, he'll show you how he became who he is. You got to remember, he was the best weightlifter of all time. When he came to America, he opened up a gym that became super successful. He opened up a business. He became a governor, dated a Kennedy, was the Terminator, and he did all of that through the techniques that I'm gonna teach you guys today. I may actually do a video about how he manifested, but this is pretty much the main gist of it. So once you begin to expect, the next phase is to become obsessed with the goal. You become obsessed, and this obsession translates into action. So you have a vision, you start visualizing it, you see it every day, you wake up every morning, you see it every day, you start to believe in it more, and then you start to take more action, and then you start to get obsessed with the goal. And obsession is the key. Obsession is the key. If you're not obsessed, you're not doing it right. This is why neurodivergent people who have ADHD, autism, they tend to be able to do this easier because they have a high propensity of obsessions. That's the benefit. And you gotta understand, when you become obsessed, you visualize in your mind. You visualize the goal. Obsession means you're looking at something that you want with clarity in your mind. And this usually translates to actions. Obsessions always lead to actions. Tell that to a PDF file, right? Right? And so this is honestly, I swear to God, once you get the obsession, the next phase, and this is very important, slow it down. Right? Find out what are the little things you need to learn to make this goal happen. Sometimes when we become obsessed, we try to speed things up. Slow down, meaning rather than trying to open up that business, do market research. Rather than opening up that channel, do market research and see what type of channels are succeeding and what type of channels are not. Rather than playing sports and playing pickup basketball, for example, if you want to become a better basketball player, learn to stretch, learn to do preventing injuries exercises, right? Slowing down before you speed up is really important because it's what allows you to get in touch with reality. A lot of people, when they start visualizing, they become obsessed. They take action without thinking, right? So you want to be able to slow down. That takes rationality. You slow your hot ass down and you find out how did they do it. So you create an obsession and now you want to take action, but you're afraid. You don't believe in yourself. Okay, slow down. Read a biography of people who did the things you want to do. Read the biography of that one person who had more obstacles than you and notice how they did it. And notice what would you do differently. These things will inevitably lead to success. I have no doubt in my mind that if you do this little thing that I told you about, success is inevitable. You're bound to be successful. And the next phase after this, and this is very important, surround yourself with people who are also on the same path. And this is the strategy that Alcoholics Anonymous use. You gotta understand, drug addiction is literally the hardest thing to break. And literally this is what people in rehab use. They use what I like to call the social force. They can either drag you down or lift you up with success. The social force is so powerful for setting and achieving any goal that you want, or so powerful to get you addicted to a lot of things. You just have to learn how to use the social force to your own benefit. A lot of times we gain addictions through hanging around people. And people don't understand that to lose addictions, you have to lose it the same way you got it, around people, doing it around people. The best YouTubers, the most successful business people have other business people who they talk to and who they socialize with. So it's either you remove the friends who are keeping you down, and so through addition by subtraction, or you make new friends who have higher goals. Just make sure it's not a pyramid scheme or a scam. So, summary: have a vision, expect it, expect it's possible, and you're not going to believe it. It has to be something so high that you don't believe it now. It's okay, you're going to believe it. All right. Once you start to expect it, because your capacity starts to expand to the goal's requirement of you, you develop more self-discipline. You develop the traits needed to believe in yourself. Then you become obsessed. But once you become obsessed, slow down and make a plan based on successful people. Make a plan and allow that obsession to keep you motivated, to make you not want to stop achieving that goal. And if you do this, success is inevitable. Honestly, it's inevitable. It's how I did it. Right now, I want to open up a few YouTube channels. They're not growing as fast as I want to, but that's totally fine. I'm going to keep grinding at it. I'm going to keep attacking this goal until something motherfucking breaks. Something's going to break. Something's going to happen. And it's inevitable. I am bound to be successful. By next year, I'm going to have 50,000 views per video. In one of my channels, something's going to break. I swear to God, it better break. Father Alex is weak. I know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this. Bye-bye.